We're now approaching the Lumberton Supercharger, well, the exit for the Lumberton Supercharger, but it's right on the exit, so that's fine. Now, it's either at the steakhouse or at the hotel. If it's the one at the steakhouse, I don't really care for it. Not that it's bad, it's just not my favorite. They all kind of blend together, so that's why I don't remember which one it is. So once we get there, I'll be like, it's this one. I remember it. This crisscross design is good for safety. It's less points to have a head-on collision or a side collision. This is the steakhouse. And the pin is not set for it correctly either. Well, the pin is set correctly. The map wants me to drive around. It's here at the steakhouse. Like, we should have turned sooner, but the blue line goes all the way to here, which is weird. Okay. So there's not anything to do at this hour. Everything's closed. It's a standard strip mall. It's hosted at the steakhouse. There is something unique about them is that if they're still doing it, they had a special where if you bring in your key, they would give you a Tesla special. So they have 4 stalls, and it is not traditional layout. 1A and 1B are next to each other, 2A and 2B are next to each other. But even if it weren't, it's not too hard to find who you're sharing a charge with. Ooh, I did that poorly. Normally there's lines. See, the hard part to remember for me, conceptually, is that you're not lining up with the stall, you're lining up with the handle. And so when you end up at a station like this where they're not painted, it used to be painted. I don't know if it faded out or if they resurfaced their lot. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I just need to line up with the sign. That's what I always do. Anyway, this is one of the original I-95 supercharging stations. It actually used to be just like Santee, which you didn't see in my video, but Santee, you can probably find in some of my old pictures. It used to be the original supercharger design where they were those weird little metal boxes that were roughly this shape, but not quite. So what I'm going to do now is go plug in, and I'm going to snap a picture of their sign inviting us over to come charge. Then we'll do a review because pretty much everything is closed. And at this hour, you may be able to get into the Amoco. Maybe not. Sorry, I said Amoco. They've renamed themselves to BP. I don't buy gas. If they haven't locked their doors, you can buy snacks and go to the restroom. But if they have locked the doors, you're a little SOL. You're in the middle of North Carolina nowhere. Gig pointed out that, yes, there's a Walmart that you walk across to. I wouldn't walk. I would do my charging and then drive to the Walmart because it's a large intersection, and I say safety first. All right, let's go get plugged in. Let's take a look at the like I said, the photo, and we'll go from there. I'm a vegetarian, and Gig doesn't eat beef, so we can't comment on how the food is as far as how the steaks are, if they make them good or if they make them substandard. And we've never been hungry and here when they're open, so we can't comment on their alternatives to the beef, such as if they have chicken plate or a bloomin' onion, or if they can scramble something up for veggie at all. That's where we are on that. I can't comment on the food because I don't know. Their Tesla special is 20% off at the Texas Steakhouse and Saloon. We got 1A over here, 2A, 1B, and 2B over there. It looks like not that they faded, but that the lines were actually resurfaced over, which is fine. All right, I'm gonna take some pictures, come back with a final review, and we'll catch you on the flip side. We just finished, well, we're not finished really, but we've charged enough to get to the Florence Supercharger, and it's not enough to get home from here, so we're gonna go to Florence. The car wants us to go to Santee, but we've already showed you Santee, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to Florence. Anyway, the Lumberton Supercharger, like I said, is on the Texas Steakhouse and Saloon, and you get a 20% discount if you show them your key or app because you're a Tesla customer and they're the host. I can't rate it any higher than a 5 at night because everything is shut down in the mall, and you might be okay with the BP station. You might not. And during the day, I could give them a 6. So I'm going to go ahead and rate them a 5. There is no directly attached trash can, but there is the BP station right across the grass, and there is also the restaurant. This was a nice place to watch the eclipse, or at least on the way to the eclipse, and sometimes this place gets crowded. Usually it doesn't, and now that Fayetteville is open, I don't see that being a problem anymore. I think the system will just route you around it if it has a prediction that it'll be full. And so far, when this place has had a line, like when one of the stations was down for environmental factors, the line moves pretty quick. Supercharging doesn't really take all that long, and everybody did a good job of keeping track of whose turn it was. And I think the last time this station was down was after Lumberton was flooded to the hurricanes. I don't know that the station itself was flooded, but you couldn't get here from the highway, and those were the only real people supercharging at the time. So not that that's anything to keep in mind, but if it is another hurricane, then maybe you should make sure that Lumberton is not flooded out if you need it. All right, we'll catch you at the next place. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want to comment down below, I'd appreciate that. All of this really helps the channel out. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better. Anything you can do to help us, we appreciate it. And we love reading your guys' comments. And we've helped a couple people out, and they let us know. And that's what makes this fun. Because otherwise, it's a lot of driving around to charge the car. It's not that it's not fun, but it's more fun if anybody's getting helped by it. Thank you.